Hey, beautiful Taurus souls. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world right now. I just finished setting up my sacred space, and I have to tell you, the energy coming through for you right now is absolutely incredible. You know what, Taurus? I think you've been through enough. I think you've carried burdens that weren't even yours to carry, and I think you've been far too patient with people who frankly didn't deserve your beautiful, steady energy. But here's what's coming through so clearly right now. Your justice is finally arriving, and it's arriving in the most beautiful way possible. The reason some people have been avoiding you lately, the reason certain individuals seem to dodge your calls or make excuses when you try to connect, there's something they're hiding from you. Something they know they need to face, but they're terrified of the consequences. The cards are showing me that someone made you suffer. Someone took advantage of your loyal nature, your willingness to give and give and give. But Taurus, the universe keeps perfect books, and every single thing is about to balance out in your favor. Before I dive into your cards, I need you to understand something about the energy I'm picking up around you right now. There's this protective bubble that's formed around you, almost like the universe itself has wrapped you in this golden light that's preventing any more harm from reaching you. I can feel your spirit guides working overtime to make sure you're finally getting the peace and recognition you deserve. Let me pull the first card for you, and oh my goodness, I'm getting chills already. The first card that came forward is the Three of Swords. Now I know what you're thinking. That doesn't sound like good news, right? But let me explain what I'm seeing here, because this is actually incredibly powerful for you. The Three of Swords in this position is showing me the pain you've already been through. This is the heartbreak, the betrayal, the moment when someone you trusted completely just shattered your sense of security. I can see you, Taurus, sitting there trying to piece together what went wrong, replaying conversations in your mind, wondering how you could have missed the signs. This card is acknowledging that yes, someone did hurt you deeply, and no, it wasn't fair. What I'm seeing with this Three of Swords is so specific, Taurus. This wasn't just a simple misunderstanding or a gradual growing apart. This was deliberate deception. Calculated manipulation, someone who looked you in the eyes and lied to you while you were giving them your whole heart. I can see you trying so hard to make sense of their behavior, making excuses for them, giving them the benefit of the doubt when every fiber of your being was screaming that something was wrong. The energy around this card is showing me sleepless nights, Taurus. I can see you lying awake at 3 a.m., replaying every conversation, every text message, every moment when you felt like something was off, but you talked yourself out of trusting your instincts. This person made you question your own reality, made you feel like you were being too sensitive, too needy, too demanding when all you were asking for was basic honesty and respect. But here's what's beautiful about this placement. This card is in your past position in this reading, which means you've already survived the worst of it. You've already walked through the fire and you're still standing. The Three of Swords here is actually validating your experience. It's saying, yes, what happened to you was real, yes, it was painful, and yes, you deserve acknowledgement for how you handled it with such grace. I'm seeing that this person who hurt you, they know exactly what they did. They know they crossed lines they never should have crossed with someone as genuine and caring as you. They know they took your kindness for weakness, and they know they're going to have to face the consequences of their actions. The energy around this is so heavy for them right now, Taurus, they can't even look at themselves in the mirror without thinking about what they did to you. What's coming through so strongly is that you didn't deserve any of it. You didn't deserve to have your trust broken. You didn't deserve to be lied to. And you certainly didn't deserve to be discarded, like you didn't matter when you gave so much of yourself to this connection. But your pain wasn't in vain, beautiful soul. Every tear you cried, every sleepless night you endured, every moment you questioned your own worth, all of it is about to be transformed into something beautiful. I can feel the shift happening even as I speak these words to you. The universe is taking all that pain, all that confusion, all that heartbreak, and it's alchemizing it into wisdom, into strength, into an unshakable knowing of your own worth. The Three of Swords taught you discernment, Taurus. It taught you to trust your instincts, to recognize red flags earlier, to value consistency over pretty words. The second card calling to me is Justice and Taurus. I literally got goosebumps when this card appeared. Justice is card number 11 in the major arcana, and it's showing up to tell you that divine timing is absolutely perfect right now. This isn't just any kind of justice. This is cosmic justice, universal justice, the kind that comes when the universe itself steps in to restore balance. Justice is telling me that everything this person did to you, every lie they told, every manipulation they used, every way they made you question your own reality, all of it has been carefully documented by the universe. And now it's time for them to experience the natural consequences of their choices. This isn't about revenge, Taurus. This isn't about you needing to do anything to make them pay. The universe is handling this entirely on its own. What I love about justice appearing in your reading is that it's showing me the universe doesn't just balance out the negative. It overcompensates for what you've endured. You suffered at the hands of someone who was supposed to care for you, so the universe is preparing to shower you with people who will genuinely cherish you. You experienced deception, so you're about to be surrounded by radical honesty and transparency. I'm seeing that this person has been living with such anxiety lately. They wake up in the middle of the night thinking about you, thinking about what they did, knowing that they can't hide from the truth forever. They've been avoiding you because they know that when they see you, they'll have to face the reality of their actions. They know they'll see in your eyes the pain they caused, and they're not ready for that level of accountability. The scales of justice are showing me something so interesting, Taurus. Every time this person tries to move forward with their life, every time they try to be happy, every time they try to forget what they did to you, something happens to remind them. Maybe they hear your favorite song on the radio. Maybe they see a couple being genuinely loving toward each other. Maybe they witness real loyalty and commitment and realize what they threw away. The universe keeps putting mirrors in front of them, showing them exactly what they lost. But here's what justice is really showing me. Their avoidance of you is actually making everything worse for them. Every day they don't apologize. Every day they don't try to make things right. Every day they continue to pretend like what they did wasn't that serious. It's all building up this massive karmic debt that they're going to have to pay eventually. The scales of justice are already tipping in your favor, Taurus. I can see opportunities coming your way that are directly connected to the suffering you've endured. It's like the universe is saying, you were so patient, you were so forgiving, you gave this person so many chances to do the right thing, and since they chose not to take those chances, now we're going to shower you with blessings instead. Justice is also showing me legal or official matters working out in your favor. This might not be related to the person who hurt you specifically, but the energy of fairness and right action is flowing through all areas of your life now. Contracts, agreements, applications, appeals, things that have been stalled or complicated are about to resolve in your favor. Now I want to pause for a moment and talk about the energy I'm feeling around you right now because it's shifted so dramatically even just since I started this reading. When I first tuned into your energy, I could feel this heaviness, this sadness, this questioning of your own judgment. But as these cards have been revealing your story, I can feel you literally getting lighter, like weights are being lifted off your shoulders with each revelation. The third card that's practically vibrating with energy for you is the Nine of Pentacles. And Taurus, this is where your story gets absolutely beautiful. The Nine of Pentacles is showing me that you're about to enter a phase of incredible independence and self-sufficiency. All that pain you went through, all that struggle, it was actually teaching you how to stand completely on your own. I'm seeing you in your own beautiful space, surrounded by things that bring you joy, finally at peace with your own company. You're not waiting for anyone to validate you anymore. You're not hoping for anyone to choose you anymore because you've learned how to choose yourself in the most beautiful way. The Nine of Pentacles is showing me luxury, comfort, and abundance that comes from your own efforts, your own wisdom, your own growth. What's so powerful about the Nine of Pentacles in your reading is that it's showing me financial independence and material security that comes directly from the skills you developed while dealing with this difficult person. You learned to rely on yourself, you learned to trust your own judgment, you learned to create your own happiness. These skills are now translating into real-world success and abundance. I can see you making decisions from a place of strength rather than fear, Taurus. You're choosing opportunities based on what genuinely excites you rather than what feels safe or familiar. You're investing in yourself, in your dreams, in your future, in ways that you never felt secure enough to do before. The Nine of Pentacles represents you finally understanding that you are your own best investment. This person who hurt you, they're going to see this transformation in you, and they're going to realize what they lost. They're going to see you thriving. They're going to see you happy. They're going to see you surrounded by people who actually appreciate your worth, and it's going to hit them like a ton of bricks. They let go of someone who would have been loyal to them forever, someone who would have supported their dreams, someone who would have loved them through anything. The Nine of Pentacles is also showing me that you're becoming a source of inspiration for other people, especially other women who may be going through similar situations. Your success, your independence, your ability to rebuild your life after betrayal, it's going to give hope to people who feel like they'll never recover from their own heartbreaks. But you know what, Taurus? Their loss is truly going to be your gain. The Nine of Pentacles is showing me that you're about to attract people into your life who match your energy, who appreciate your depth, who understand your value without you having to prove it to them. You're moving into a completely different league, energetically speaking. I'm also seeing gardens in connection with this card, Taurus. Either literally or metaphorically, you're cultivating something beautiful. Maybe you're starting a garden, maybe you're nurturing a creative project, maybe you're growing a business or developing a skill. Whatever it is, you're putting in consistent effort and you're about to see incredible results. The fourth card coming through is the Ace of Cups, and this is making me so emotional because it's showing me new love, new emotional beginnings, new opportunities for deep connection. But here's what's beautiful about this. It's not just romantic love, though. That's certainly part of it. This is about you opening your heart again after being hurt so deeply. The Ace of Cups is showing me that you're going to be able to trust again. You're going to be able to love again. You're going to be able to believe in the goodness of people again, even after what you've been through. This is such a testament to your strength, Taurus. Most people would have become bitter and closed off after experiencing what you experienced, but you're choosing to remain open to love. What I love about the Ace of Cups appearing in your reading is the timing of it. It's coming after the Nine of Pentacles, which means you're not looking for love to complete you or to fix your life. You're complete on your own. You're successful on your own. You're happy on your own. So when this new love comes in, it's going to be pure addition to your life rather than a desperate need being filled. I'm seeing new people coming into your life who are going to treat you the way you should have been treated all along. People who communicate clearly, people who show up consistently, people who make you feel secure instead of anxious. The Ace of Cups is like the universe's way of saying you've learned the lesson, you've done the healing work, and now you're ready for the love you truly deserve. This new emotional beginning that the Ace of Cups represents might start as friendship, Taurus. I'm seeing someone entering your life who values you for who you truly are, who appreciates your depth, who never makes you feel like you're too much or not enough. This person is going to restore your faith in human connection just by being consistently kind and genuine. The Ace of Cups is also showing me creative inspiration flowing into your life. Maybe you'll start writing, painting, singing, dancing, some form of creative expression that allows you to process your emotions and share your gifts with the world. This creative outlet is going to be incredibly healing for you and might even become a source of income or recognition. I'm getting such strong messages about this new emotional energy being completely different from what you experienced with the person who hurt you. Where that connection felt heavy, complicated, and draining, this new energy feels light, pure, and life-giving. Where you used to feel anxious and uncertain, you're going to feel peaceful and secure. This person who hurt you is going to watch all of this unfold, and they're going to realize that they could have been part of this beautiful new chapter in your life, but they chose differently. They chose to take you for granted instead of treasuring you. They chose to hurt you instead of protecting you. And now they get to watch from the sidelines as someone else gets to experience the incredible love you have to give. Before I continue with the next card, I want to take a moment to acknowledge how much courage it takes to open your heart again after being betrayed, Taurus. The fact that the Ace of Cups is appearing in your reading tells me that despite everything you've been through, you haven't let that experience close you off to love. That's true strength, and it's going to be rewarded in the most beautiful ways. The fifth card stepping forward is the Ten of Swords, and I know this might look scary, Taurus, but please trust me when I tell you this is actually one of the most hopeful cards in your entire reading. The Ten of Swords represents the absolute rock bottom, the darkest moment, the point where things literally cannot get any worse. And you know what? You've already been there. This card is showing me that you've already experienced the worst case scenario with this person. They've already done the maximum amount of damage they could possibly do to you. You've already felt the deepest pain. You've already cried the hardest tears. You've already questioned everything you thought you knew about love and trust and human connection. The Ten of Swords is here to tell you that you've survived it all. What the Ten of Swords is revealing to me about your situation is so profound, Taurus. This betrayal you experienced wasn't just painful. It was a complete death of your old way of being in relationships. Your old patterns of giving too much, of ignoring red flags, of making excuses for people who don't deserve them. All of that had to die so that you could be reborn as someone who knows her worth and won't settle for less. I can see that moment when you finally accepted that this person wasn't who you thought they were, when you stopped trying to save the connection, when you finally admitted to yourself that it was over. That moment felt like death, didn't it, Taurus? Like something inside you just broke completely. But that breaking was actually the most necessary thing that could have happened to you. But here's the beautiful thing about the Ten of Swords. It always comes right before the sunrise. In the traditional image, you can see the first light of dawn breaking over the horizon. This card is telling you that your darkest night is officially over, Taurus. You don't have to worry about things getting worse because you've already been through the worst and you came out stronger. The Ten of Swords is showing me that you've gained something invaluable from this painful experience, complete clarity about what you will and won't accept in relationships moving forward. You now have non-negotiable standards, healthy boundaries, and the self-respect to enforce them. This is going to protect you from ever experiencing this level of betrayal again. I'm getting such strong messages about this person who hurt you experiencing their own Ten of Swords moment. They're going to hit their own rock bottom because of the choices they made. They're going to lose things that matter to them. They're going to face consequences they never saw coming. They're going to experience the kind of pain they put you through. But here's the difference. When they're going through their Ten of Swords, you'll be in your sunrise phase, completely free and clear of their energy. The Ten of Swords is also showing me that the secret this person has been hiding from you is about to be fully exposed. All the lies they told, all the deception they engaged in, all the ways they betrayed your trust, it's all going to come to light. And when it does, you're going to feel such a sense of validation because everything you intuited about the situation was absolutely correct. What's powerful about the Ten of Swords in your reading is that it's confirming that you've already done the hard work of healing from this betrayal. You've already processed the pain. You've already grieved what you lost. You've already begun rebuilding your life. The worst is behind you, Taurus, and from here, everything gets better. Let me pause here to tell you something that's coming through so clearly as I look at your cards, Taurus. The person who hurt you thought they were destroying you when they betrayed your trust. They thought they were leaving you broken and defeated. But what they actually did was set you free from a connection that was limiting your growth and preventing you from stepping into your full power. They thought they were winning, but they actually lost the most loyal, loving person they'll ever encounter. The sixth card calling to me is the Star. And Taurus, I'm literally tearing up looking at this card because it's so perfect for what you're moving into. The Star comes after the Tower, after destruction, after everything falls apart, and it represents hope, healing, guidance, and renewed faith in the future. This is your guiding light card, showing you that you're being divinely guided towards something so much better than what you lost. The Star is showing me that you're going to inspire other people with your story of recovery and transformation. People are going to look at you and think, if she can get through what she went through and still be so radiant, so hopeful, so full of love, then maybe I can get through my struggles too. You're going to become a beacon of hope for others who are walking through their own dark nights of the soul. What I love about the Star appearing in your reading is the healing energy it represents. This isn't just surface level healing, Taurus. This is deep, soul level healing that transforms you at the core. The wounds left by this betrayal are being healed in such a way that they become sources of strength rather than points of vulnerability. The star is showing me that you're developing gifts as a direct result of what you've been through. Maybe you're becoming an amazing listener because you know what it feels like to not be heard. Maybe you're developing incredible intuition because you've learned to trust your inner knowing. Maybe you're becoming a source of comfort for others because you understand pain and recovery. I'm seeing you sharing your story, maybe not publicly, but with friends, with family, with new people you meet who are going through similar experiences. Your wisdom is going to help heal others, Taurus, and that's part of your justice too. The pain you experienced wasn't meaningless. It's going to be transformed into purpose, into compassion, into the ability to help others find their way back to wholeness. The star is also showing me that you're receiving divine guidance about your path forward. Your intuition is becoming incredibly sharp, your dreams are meaningful, you're noticing synchronicities everywhere. The universe is constantly sending you signs that you're on the right track, that you're making the right choices, that you're moving in the direction of your highest good. I'm getting messages about water in connection with the star card, Taurus. Maybe you're drawn to spend time near water, the ocean, a lake, a river, or maybe you're being called to cleanse your energy through baths, swimming, or water ceremonies. Water is going to be incredibly healing for you during this phase of your journey. This person who hurt you is going to see you shining like this, and they're going to realize that they had the opportunity to be part of something magical with you, but they chose to dim your light instead of celebrating it. They're going to see you inspiring others, lifting others up, being the kind of positive force in the world that they never appreciated when they had you. The star is also showing me that you're receiving downloads of information, almost like the universe is directly communicating with you about your purpose and your path. Pay attention to ideas that come to you out of nowhere, to sudden urges to try new things, to opportunities that seem to appear at just the right moment. These are all part of your divine guidance system. I want to take a moment here to talk about the energy shift I'm feeling as we move through your reading, Taurus. With each card, you're literally ascending to higher levels of consciousness and self-awareness. The pain you experience was like a pressure that created a diamond. You've been compressed and refined until you shine with unprecedented brilliance. The seventh card emerging is the Four of Wands, and this is pure celebration energy, Taurus. The Four of Wands represents stability, celebration, homecoming, and achieving a sense of security after a period of instability. This is showing me that you're going to reach a point where you feel genuinely happy about how everything turned out. I know that might be hard to believe right now if you're still processing the hurt, but the Four of Wands is showing me a future version of you who is so grateful that things didn't work out with this person. You're going to realize that their rejection was actually divine protection. You're going to see that the universe was saving you from a connection that would have ultimately limited your growth and your happiness. The Four of Wands often represents celebrations with community, with chosen family, with people who truly get you and support you. I'm seeing you surrounded by people who celebrate your wins, who comfort you during challenges, who show up for you consistently. The contrast between this authentic support system and the conditional, unstable energy you experienced with the person who hurt you is going to be so clear. What's beautiful about the Four of Wands in your reading is that it's showing me you're creating your own sense of home and stability that doesn't depend on anyone else. You're building a life that feels secure and joyful from the inside out. This might involve literal changes to your living situation, or it might be about creating emotional and energetic stability within yourself. I'm seeing gatherings, parties, celebrations where you're surrounded by people who genuinely love and appreciate you. These might be intimate gatherings with close friends, family celebrations, or even professional recognition events. Whatever form they take, you're going to be surrounded by authentic appreciation and love. This card is also showing me possible celebrations coming up for you. Maybe a new job, maybe a new home, maybe a new relationship, maybe just the celebration of your own healing and growth. But whatever it is, you're going to have genuine reasons to feel joyful about your life again. And the person who hurt you is going to see these celebrations, either directly or through mutual connections, and they're going to realize what they could have been celebrating with you if they had chosen differently. The Four of Wands is showing me that you're entering a phase of your life where you feel genuinely proud of who you've become and what you've overcome. You're not just surviving anymore, Taurus, you're thriving. You're not just healing anymore, you're celebrating your strength and resilience. I'm also seeing creative projects coming to fruition under the influence of the Four of Wands. Something you've been working on, something you've been developing, something you've been nurturing. It's about to reach a milestone worth celebrating. This creative success is going to be especially meaningful because it represents your ability to transform pain into beauty. Let me pause here to acknowledge something incredible that's happening in your energy field as we work through these cards, Taurus. I started this reading feeling the heaviness of betrayal and heartbreak around you, but now I'm feeling pure excitement about your future. It's like the universe is celebrating alongside you as these truths are revealed. The 8th card stepping forward is the Two of Cups. And Taurus, this is making my heart so happy because it represents true partnership, mutual respect, balanced give and take, and genuine emotional connection. This is showing me that you're going to experience the kind of love that actually adds to your life instead of draining from it. The Two of Cups is so different from what you experienced with the person who hurt you. That connection was unbalanced, one-sided, full of confusion and mixed signals. But what's coming for you is clear, honest, reciprocal love. I'm seeing someone who matches your energy, who appreciates your depth, who doesn't take your loyalty for granted because they understand how rare and precious it is. What makes the Two of Cups so special in your reading is the timing of its appearance. You've already done the work of becoming whole and complete on your own. You've established your independence, you've healed from your wounds, you've learned to trust yourself completely. So when this partnership comes, it's going to enhance your life rather than complete it. This new connection might not happen immediately, but when it does, you're going to be so grateful for everything that didn't work out before. You're going to understand why the universe had to clear certain people out of your path to make room for this genuine love. The Two of Cups represents partnership where both people feel seen, heard, valued, and supported. I'm seeing someone who appreciates your strength, who honors your healing journey, who understands that your past pain has made you wiser rather than damaged. This person is going to love you not in spite of what you've been through, but because of how beautifully you've transformed your experiences into wisdom and compassion. The Two of Cups is also showing me that this connection is going to feel easy in the best possible way. Where your previous relationship felt like constant work, like you were always trying to figure out where you stood, this new connection is going to feel natural, flowing, harmonious. You're going to wonder why you ever accepted anything less. I'm also seeing that this card could represent healing in existing relationships, maybe with friends or family members who stepped up to support you during your difficult time. These connections are going to deepen and become even more meaningful as you continue to heal and grow. You're attracting and strengthening relationships with people who match your evolved energy. The person who hurt you is going to witness these beautiful, healthy connections in your life, and it's going to be such a stark contrast to the dysfunction they brought to your life. They're going to see what actual love looks like, what healthy communication looks like, what mutual respect looks like, and they're going to realize how far short they fell of being the partner you deserved. The Two of Cups is showing me that you're going to trust your instincts completely in this new connection. After being gaslit and manipulated, after being made to question your own perceptions, you now trust yourself implicitly. If something feels off, you'll address it immediately. If someone's actions don't match their words, you'll call it out. This level of self-trust is going to create the space for genuinely healthy relationships to flourish. I'm also seeing spiritual connection represented by the Two of Cups. Maybe you'll find someone who shares your interests in tarot, astrology, meditation, or other spiritual practices. Or maybe you'll connect with someone who supports and encourages your spiritual growth even if they don't share all your interests. Either way, this connection is going to honor and nurture your soul. Before I continue, I need to pause and acknowledge the incredible transformation I'm witnessing through your cards, Taurus. You've gone from betrayal and heartbreak to independence and self-love, to opening your heart to genuine partnership. This is the journey of someone who refused to let pain close them off to life's beauty. This is true strength and wisdom in action. The ninth card coming through is the Sun. And Taurus, this is pure joy, pure success, pure victory. The Sun represents everything coming into the light, all deceptions being revealed, all truth being illuminated. This is showing me that you're going to get complete clarity about everything that happened with this person, and it's going to set you completely free. The Sun is telling me that their secret, whatever they've been hiding from you, is going to be exposed. Not necessarily to you directly, but in a way that validates everything you intuited about the situation. You know how you had those moments where you felt like something wasn't right, but you questioned your own instincts? The Sun is showing me that your instincts were absolutely correct, and soon you'll have confirmation of that. What I love about the Sun appearing in your reading is the vindication it represents. All those times you felt crazy, all those moments when you wondered if you were overreacting, all those instances when they made you feel like you were being too sensitive, the Sun is here to tell you that you were right all along. Your intuition was trying to protect you, and now you're going to trust it completely. But more importantly, the Sun represents you, stepping into your own power, your own radiance, your own joy. You're going to reach a point where what this person did or didn't do becomes completely irrelevant to your happiness. You're going to be so focused on your own bright future that their dark choices won't even register in your energy field anymore. I'm seeing you laughing again, genuinely laughing. The kind of laughter that comes from deep inner joy rather than forced positivity. I'm seeing you pursuing dreams you put on hold, taking risks you were too afraid to take before, living with the kind of authenticity that only comes after you've been through the fire and emerged refined rather than burned. The Sun is showing me that you're becoming magnetic in the most beautiful way. People are drawn to your energy, to your wisdom, to your warmth. You're no longer trying to dim yourself to make others comfortable, no longer hiding your light to avoid making anyone feel insecure. You're shining at full brightness, and it's attracting amazing opportunities and people into your life. The Sun also represents recognition and success. The skills you developed while dealing with this difficult situation, the strength you built, the wisdom you gained, all of it is going to pay off in tangible ways. You might receive recognition for your work, you might achieve goals you've been working toward, you might step into leadership roles where your experience helps guide others. I'm getting messages about children or childlike joy in connection with the Sun card. Maybe you're working with children, maybe you're reconnecting with your own inner child, or maybe you're just experiencing the kind of pure, uncomplicated happiness that children naturally embody. Whatever form it takes, you're rediscovering what it means to feel genuinely excited about life. The Sun is also illuminating new opportunities that were hidden before. Doors are opening, paths are becoming clear, possibilities you never considered are suddenly available to you. This is the universe compensating for all the opportunities you missed while you were tied up in that toxic dynamic. What's particularly powerful about the Sun in your reading is that it's showing me you're becoming a source of light for others. Just as you're experiencing this radiant joy and success, you're also helping others find their way to similar healing and happiness. Your story of transformation is going to inspire countless others to trust their instincts and choose themselves. This person who hurt you is going to see you shining like this and realize that they tried to eclipse your light but only succeeded in teaching you to shine brighter. They're going to see the success, the joy, the genuine happiness radiating from you, and they're going to understand the magnitude of what they lost when they chose deception over love. As I prepare to reveal your final card, I want to take a moment to honor the incredible journey you've been on, Taurus. From the depths of betrayal to the heights of self-actualization, from questioning your worth to knowing your value, from being dimmed by someone else's darkness to shining with your own light. This has been a masterclass in resilience and self-love. The 10th and final card in your reading is the World. And Taurus, I cannot think of a more perfect card to complete your journey. The World represents completion, fulfillment, the end of one major life cycle, and the beginning of another. This is showing me that your experience with this person who hurt you was actually the final lesson you needed to learn before stepping into a completely new phase of your life. The world is telling me that you're going to reach a place of such completeness within yourself that external validation won't matter anymore. You're going to know your own worth so deeply that other people's opinions of you will be interesting but irrelevant. You're going to be so secure in who you are that no one will ever be able to make you question your value again. What's magnificent about the world appearing as your final card is that it represents mastery. You've mastered the art of loving yourself unconditionally. You've mastered the skill of trusting your intuition. You've mastered the ability to create your own happiness regardless of external circumstances. These are achievements that will serve you for the rest of your life. This card represents a 360-degree view of your life where you can see how every experience, even the painful ones, contributed to who you've become. You're going to reach a point where you can honestly say you're grateful for what you went through because it led you to this place of wholeness and wisdom. Not grateful for the pain itself, but grateful for your strength in overcoming it. The world is showing me travel, adventure, expansion of your horizons in every sense. You're going to say yes to experiences you would have been too insecure or afraid to try before. You're going to surprise yourself with your own courage, your own willingness to step outside your comfort zone, your own ability to create the life you truly want. I'm seeing you standing in your power, making decisions from a place of confidence rather than fear, choosing opportunities that align with your authentic self rather than what you think you should want. The world represents you becoming the main character in your own life story, rather than a supporting character in someone else's drama. The world is also showing me that you're going to have influence and impact that extends far beyond your personal circle. Whether through your work, your relationships, your creative expressions, or your healing journey, you're going to touch lives and make a difference in ways you can't even imagine right now. And here's the final piece of justice that the world is showing me. This person who hurt you is going to see your complete transformation and realize that they actually did you a favor by leaving. They removed themselves from your path so you could become who you were always meant to be. They thought they were punishing you by withdrawing their energy, but they were actually freeing you to fly. The world is showing me that you're going to achieve things you never thought possible, experience levels of happiness you never knew existed, and create a life so fulfilling that you'll wonder why you ever settled for crumbs when you deserved the whole feast. This isn't just about recovering from what happened to you, Taurus. This is about ascending to heights you never could have reached if you had stayed in that limiting situation. I'm seeing you mentoring others, sharing your wisdom, being a living example of what's possible when someone chooses to heal rather than become bitter. The world represents you becoming a source of hope and inspiration for anyone who has ever felt broken by betrayal or discouraged by deception. The cyclical nature of the World card is showing me that this completion also represents a new beginning. You're not just ending a chapter, you're ending an entire book of your life and starting a completely new volume. The themes, the energy, the possibilities, everything is shifting to a higher level. What moves me most about the world appearing in your reading is that it confirms you've not just survived your ordeal, you've transcended it. You've taken the worst thing that could happen to your heart and transformed it into the catalyst for your greatest evolution. That's not just healing, Taurus, that's alchemy. The world is also showing me international connections or opportunities. Maybe you'll travel to places you've always dreamed of visiting. Maybe you'll connect with people from different cultures. Maybe you'll have opportunities that expand your worldview in beautiful ways. The universe is opening up infinite possibilities for you to explore. I'm getting such strong messages about completion of creative projects under the World card. Something you've been working on, something close to your heart, something that represents your authentic expression. It's about to reach a level of success and recognition that exceeds your expectations. This creative success is deeply connected to your healing journey. As I sit here looking at all 10 cards laid out for you, Taurus, I'm overwhelmed by the beauty of your story. From the Three of Swords showing the pain you endured, to the World showing the magnificent life you've created from that pain. This is a testament to the incredible power of the human spirit, to not just survive, but to thrive beyond all expectations. You know what strikes me most about your reading? Every single card confirms that the person who hurt you made the biggest mistake of their life when they betrayed your trust. They had access to someone genuinely special, someone with the capacity for deep love and unwavering loyalty, someone who could have been their greatest supporter and most trusted companion. And they threw it all away for temporary gratification or selfish gain. But their loss has become your ultimate gain, because losing them forced you to find yourself. Their betrayal became your liberation. Their deception became your clarity. Their absence became your presence to your own life. What they meant as destruction became your reconstruction into someone even more beautiful than you were before. The energy around you right now is so different from when I started this reading, Taurus. I can feel your spirit lifting. I can feel hope returning. I can feel your natural confidence reasserting itself. The cards have reminded you of truths you already knew deep down, but may have forgotten in the fog of pain and confusion. Your justice isn't just coming. It's already here in the form of your freedom from a connection that was limiting your growth. It's already here in the form of the wisdom you've gained that will protect you from similar betrayals in the future. It's already here in the form of your increased self-love and self-respect. And the justice for the person who hurt you, it's going to come in the form of them realizing what they lost, watching you thrive without them, seeing you attract the kind of love and success they could never provide, and living with the knowledge that they had something precious and chose to destroy it. But you know what, Taurus? As your reading comes to a close, I want you to understand that this isn't really about them anymore. This is about you stepping into your power, claiming your worth, and creating a life so beautiful that what happened in your past becomes just a small chapter in a much larger story of triumph. The universe has been preparing something special for you all along. Every challenge was strengthening you for the blessings that are coming. Every loss was making space for something better. Every ending was actually a beginning in disguise. You are so much stronger than you realize, so much more resilient than you give yourself credit for, and so much more deserving of love and happiness than anyone who hurt you could ever understand. The cards see it, the universe knows it, and now it's time for you to fully embrace it. Your justice is here, your healing is complete, and your future is brighter than you can imagine. Trust the process, trust the timing, and most importantly, trust yourself. You've survived the worst, and now you're ready for the best. The cards used in your reading today were the Three of Swords, revealing your past pain and the validation of your experience. Justice confirming that divine timing is perfect and cosmic balance is being restored. The Nine of Pentacles showing your independence and material success. The Ace of Cups bringing new emotional beginnings and creative inspiration. The Ten of Swords marking the definitive end of your suffering. The Star as your guiding light and source of inspiration to others. The Four of Wands celebrating your stability and community. The Two of Cups showing balanced partnership and genuine love coming. The Sun illuminating all truth and bringing you radiant joy and recognition. And the World completing your transformation cycle and opening infinite new possibilities. This person who has been avoiding you because of their guilty conscience is about to learn that karma doesn't miss anyone. While they're dealing with the consequences of their choices, you're going to be living your best life, surrounded by people who see your value and never take it for granted. The universe sees everything, remembers everything, and balances everything perfectly. You don't need to worry about getting even because the universe is handling that part completely. Your only job is to keep healing, keep growing, keep shining, and keep believing that you deserve all the beautiful things that are flowing toward you right now. Your story isn't ending, beautiful Taurus. It's just beginning. The best chapters of your life are still being written, and they're going to be more amazing than anything you've experienced so far. Trust the magic that's unfolding for you. You've earned every blessing that's coming your way.